find some more Throwback Thursday videos from 2011, which was actually Facebook exclusives only because I did not have YouTube for some of those videos. So there's that. So we're thinking, like I said, I am behind uploading videos. I got videos held back on this phone. It's been off for a few weeks. Now I got minutes on it. I can actually start uploading videos on this phone and get caught up. So that's what we're going to do. And now moving on, I did post a bowling video. If you guys haven't seen that, feel free to check that out. I am planning on going back to the bowling alley in Vandalia next week. To get me a pin and maybe bowl another game. We'll see. But that bowling alley is actually getting ready to close for the summer. As you guys know, some bowling alleys in small towns probably close for the summer. So I figured, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to get another pin. And yes, it's going to be a twister. That's all I've been getting. So I do plan on getting me another twister pin. Maybe two. We'll see. Obviously, the more I can get Miles in before he sells them for target practice. And for future things, I'm thinking about bowling next year at Monte Carlo night over at the bowling alley in Vandalia, Illinois, not in other states, here in Illinois. That's that. So, other than that, that's pretty much all we got for updates, really. I did actually post a claw video from Walmart in Vandalia, Illinois. Now, this is something I want to point out. It is not heard of seeing QDs in a claw machine. The last time I seen it happen was at a truck stop here in Effingham. That was at my local Flying J truck stop. They actually had them there. So I mean, that's basically what they had going on there. They actually had them in sugarloaf machines at Walmart in Vandalia. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to win one, and I did. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I did it. The problem is the DVDs was in a jewelry claw. Okay, so with that on in a jewelry claw, it makes it almost impossible to actually grab a DVD. So that's why NEN actually put straps on larger items like that in the treasure machines. But something, hey, try it. But I did a $5 challenge on the treasure shop. So did that. I did only win one thing. So I mean, once it's okay to win one thing time. I mean, as long as you win something with that, uh, that's all I'm concerned about. Problem is now they are not as strong as they used to be back when Sugarloaf was in their good days. Like the jewelry cranes. I mean, they're weak now. So I think that's a lot with the new company that they merged with. And right, no, that's probably part of it. Uh, I did mention something to the vendor about the steak and shake. I seen the vendor spinning in yesterday at Walmart. Uh, I uh, I told her, I told her about the steak and shake, and I said that thing is weird. I said one minute you go in there, the claw. One time I go in there, I said the claw is extremely weak, and the next time I come in, it's strong and you can win. Um, and from what she told me, she said that machine's always been weird ever since they've had it. Uh, I figured that would have been the case. Uh, I kind of figured that had been the case, and I was just like, okay, that's fine. I'll offset that. And but my next thing is to maybe do some Pendleton reviews. So I'll have to go to a location in Mattoon, Illinois, that's closest to me, uh, in order to make that happen. Now, I figured with that, that's the only way that's going to happen. So I'm going to have to make a trip up to the movie theater in Mattoon and film a video. And I don't know, I just figured and of course, that's also, again, just so I can say, hey, yeah, I played Diddles with the team, and this is what I think about them. People's already played them already and put their opinions out there. Now, of course, I like mini cranes. So, now, as I was telling the vendor, I said something to the effect, I go, if you want the teams to let go and pay attention to payout, I said the ideal with these mini cranes, I said there's a fine line that you got to set your machine at with about numbers, so the saw will stay close. Uh, I mean, of course, they say, oh, we're still learning about them. Yes, that's fine. And I said, I got minis. I told the lady, I said, I had minis of my own. I said, I even figure out how to solve frames without using looking through the book. I said, I know how to mess with digital. I know how to mess with digital claw machines because the bowling alley, the Neon World at my local bowling alley, it's a Neo Funds, it's digital. Got the keypad, that's like a ducking treasure. Uh, uh, yeah, that's pretty much what we see. It it's self-explanatory, more or less. It's really not. It's really not. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not hard to figure out. Of course, it'll be in different, labeled in different settings based on that machine. Now, Timothy's mini cranes are the OG minis. So they're the older mini claws. So there's that. And I do want to put a PSA out there to people, because the vendor that does machines at my local Walmart, says she's already found toothpicks, fake coins, and razor blades in the machine, in the coin mechs. Guys, don't be doing that. The machines are made to take and punch a coin. They are not meant for people to try to jam false coins or fake money to try and trick the machine. It's not going to work. Instead, what it's going to do, it's going to end up screwing up the coin mechs, and then what? Okay, um, please, 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 don't be doing that. Uh, Telling you, it's not worth it. You're going to mess up the coin mechs. You're going to mess up the whole entire machine. Seriously, guys. Why do people think they are entitled to do what they want to other people's stuff? It is not your game, for heaven's sakes, so don't do it. Uh, I am telling you not to do it because people can easily get hurt. You're you're risking injury for the vendors when they come out and service the game. What are you thinking? Seriously, what are you thinking? You think it's okay for you to do that just to harm the vendor? Is that what you're trying to do? That's what I think people do. They do that crap on purpose, knowing that when the vendors go in to service games, that they're going to have to open that coin rack or whatever, and then guess what? They get cut because someone wants to put a razor blade in the coin mechanism. I don't get it. Like, so knock it off. Don't do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Now, okay, got an Elreno here. Okay. And also, the toy holding the ball machine at my local bowling alley is up and running now. The other one that my friend put in. So, guess what? You're going to see videos come out on that machine very soon. Um, Hopefully, on the weekend, I'll be able to play it. Now, next order of business. If we end up going to Springfield, Missouri, I'm going to try to shoot a bowling video from Sunshine Lanes. Get a bowling video there. I have not seen my family members over in that area since my grandpa died. Uh, and that's been 3 years ago. So, That Mustang. Looks like it's got a turbo in it. That's cool sound. Anyway, got the sequin turn signal. So, with that said, that's my updates for today. Thank you. That is going to be what we'll have updates on. Also, we did have severe weather come through here yesterday. So that's why you did not see me do any kind of screen. Um, I typically do not run my cameras I don't run my claw machines during any kind of severe weather or any kind of thunderstorm at that fact. Pierre, Bike Life TV, welcome. But yeah, I don't run my claw machine during any. So that's something that I would like to point out. I try not to do that because I don't need my machines getting messed up because of weather. So, but I am going to try and stream tonight. Um, yeah, so I'm going to try and stream tonight. But no guarantees. Again, that's just depends on what I got going on as soon as I get home. Gonna be fixing. I got two riders I've got to fix. My 1976 John Deere 300 got to put a new starter on it, and my 1997 MTD yard machines I've got to put a starter on it too, and a solenoid. Because sometimes my starter likes to stick, and I'm not exactly sure why it's doing what it's doing. But I was told it may have something to do with them springs underneath the mower frame, where the pedal might be shot or wore out. It could be a number of things where that solenoid is bad. That's all right. Sorry. Okay, guys. Have a good day. All right. Now, let's see what we can get into today. Various things. Let's take a shake and try to get some more codes used if they are any good. Uh, which is where we're heading now. And hopefully I can win. We'll see. But like I was saying, I told the vendor, I said that machine is weird over at Steak and Shake. I said, there's times where I can go in there. There's times where I can go in and actually win something. So, and yes, Pierre, I got this bike off my friend, a classmate of mine from school, because he don't ride it. You know, all it does is just sit around. Um, so new bearings on this tire, on new rims on this thing eventually. The rims are actually going bad. I believe I got a bearing going out.